So we want to run the factor analysis, confirmatory factor analysis, because this scale was adapted. So we want to confirm. But when we are done, we will do hypothetical case, that we will do explanatory, assuming that we don't know whether this one is supplier, this is customer, this one is this. How do we do it? We look at that. So the steps are like this. So you click on your analyze. Have you done that? Click on analyzed. Then you go to dimension reduction. Click on analyze, dimension reduction. Then click on factor. Analyze. You are coming there. Analyze, dimension reduction. Dimension reduction, and then factor. Have you selected it? Now, if you go to the place labeled factor analysis here, that box, you can right click it and display variable names. Right click and display the variable names. So selection becomes very easy for you. What are you interested in?
That was a right click.
And select variable names. Have you done that? You right click and go to display variable names. I mean, you right click in this box.
And go to and click on variable names.
So this one.
Okay.
That makes it very easy for you to track the variables.
Okay. Supply chain.
That's why at the beginning I was asking you how many of them are there.
Yeah.
Let's say 1 to what? 8. So you just select those that are making up the supply chain integration factors. I want to what? 8. And move them into the table labeled variable. You use the arrow to move them.
Right, the variable names.
So you select SI1 to XI8.
Scroll down. Right click. So you can start from S1.
SI1 to SI8.
And that is 8. So move them to the variable.
So confirmatory. These are the 8 questions or statements that we think are forming the supplier integration. Okay. So go to descriptives and do some selections. So you can select KMO. Remember to test our assumptions. So select KMO and Bartlett's test. Select determinant. Select anti-image. Select reproduced. Select inverse. Okay. Select coefficient. You can select all the things that are found in the correlation matrix. Just select by clicking them. Are we selected? Cinema is busily writing. The book has all the procedure. There's places book that I've given you. All the procedure is there, so don't worry.
So I don't know if I have to display them for the servers.
If they can open it and also, I don't know.
That's an
Yeah.
but I don't know whether my Windows can handle that.
Oh, you can. Yeah. I mean, you have a PDF reader. I think they are. So click this.
Don't worry. Tomorrow we prepare properly and come, and then other than that, it will take much time. They will have to go and print it out.
Print it. Yeah, the best is that.
Yeah, like you print it, it is just lying in front of you. You look at the steps and then kill it. Okay, so click on continue. And then go to extraction. Extraction, where the method is, make sure that principal components is selected. Is it selected? Principal components. Okay. Then click on fixed number of factors. Have you seen that one? This one separates confirmatory factor analysis from what? Exploratory. We are telling the machine that how many factors we want you to generate.
Okay.
How many factors we want it to generate?
Maybe if I want 2 or 3.
So in this context, how many factors do you want them to generate?
That's why I do 1.
1. So we put 1 in the table in that thing. So we have forced the machine to confirm that factor for us. It doesn't have the liberty to group them into other factors.
Okay. To confirm whether these variables
Are really measuring
one factor.
one factor, which is the supplier integration. And this,
I thought all these were under this. I thought under exploratory.
no.
Okay. That's fine.
So this makes it confirmatory. So that time when you came, I was telling you that this
I just wanted under exploratory.
this makes it confirmatory factor. Okay, analysis. So you go to continue. Then you go to extraction. Sorry, rotation. The rotation, we have a lot of them, but normally we take the Verimax. Okay, take the Verimax because it's popular rotation method that is used. It has its own technical advantages, so you can read about it. So Verimax rotation, and then click on continue, and then click on OK. That's all. The results will come. So the first thing is the factor correlation matrix. Okay, that one is not a major concern. We just skip it. Okay. What is of major concern is the KMO and Bartlett's test table. Are we seeing this one? So you right click and copy it so that we can put it on in the Word format.
So the open website.
Yes. So you can label it factor analysis. But this is confirmatory factor analysis. Confirmatory factor analysis. So we put the KMO and the Bartlett's test results there.
KMO is 174.754.
What is the minimum KMO that we have to get?
7.5.
Okay.
7.5 also.
So the
0.5 per month.
what does it mean? So this KMO, what does it tell
The
us?
samples are the
Is that the sample size that we used is what? Adequate. But let's go and look at even in the case, the sample, how many sample size you're saying. You didn't check that. Go to your data file and click on the data view and scroll down. How many cases did we use? We used
248.
248. So this assumption is telling us that 248 that we use is what? Adequate. So we need not to go and get the 400 that I spoke about earlier, since it's about 0.5. Now we have classifications. table that they have given you range that you can use to describe the KMO results. Some is acceptable, satisfactory, mediocre, blah blah blah. So you have to go and get that table so that we can, based on that, and describe this 0.75 as maybe it is marvelous or it is excellent. You understand? So we have classification for KMO. So we can go and search classification of KMO results. It will give you the threshold. Classification of KMO results. Okay. So once our KMO assumption has been met, we see that our sample size is adequate. Let's go to the Butler's test of sphericity. What is the sig value?
So should be significant.
Okay. So is it significant or not?
Significant.
Okay. So if it is significant, what conclusion do we make?
The conclusion that identity what?
That the correlation matrix is not what?
It's not an identity matrix.
It's not identity what? Matrix. That's all. Then we are, so the two assumptions have been what? Met. We are gone. Okay. So we have met the two assumptions. So we can proceed to now interpret the factor analysis results. Okay.
So it means that one can even check this one alone and see if that they don't meet you.
So they will tell you that you are Masa. If you validate them, then you cannot use the factor analysis.
Okay.
And the options are there. If you validate them, what did we say you have to do?
You can increase the sample size.
Or you can go and collect more data by increasing or modifying your scale. Is that not it?
Then the data collect.
So if you are the examiner, you tell the person.
Yeah, I mean, I said you can't collect more data. That one, I think that would be easier.
Yeah, that would be more friendly.
More friendly.
Okay.
So I struggle to.
So you copy the table called total variance explained. Scroll down and copy a table called total variance explained and put it there. That one too, it is for something. Have you seen it? Total variance explained. Okay. Remember, I mentioned percentage of variance. Do you remember?
Percentage of what?
Variance. To check common method bias. Do you remember?
Yeah. Less or equal to 50.
For SPSS.
So look at yours. What did we get?
Percent.
Percentage of variance. What did we get?
Percentage of variance.
Yeah.
46.746.
So is there a threat of common method bias?
No. But less than 50%.
Okay. So that's all. So for this scale, there's 8 items that we use to measure on the scale. The people who read it, they understood it perfectly and they answered it. So we have no problem of common method bias. They didn't do central tendency of ticking or closing the. Do you understand? Okay. So it also tells us that once there's no threat of common method bias, it means that the data is good, it's accurate, it's credible. Is that not it? Yeah. So that is it.
I've been seeing this. I don't know.
Okay, now let's go to our main focus now. Now that we have tested the assumptions, threat of common method bias assumption has been tested. Now that the two assumptions have been met, three, sample adequacy, identity matrix, and common method bias have been met, we don't have any problem, right? So we can proceed to interpret our results for the factor analysis. So we go to a table called components matrix and copy that table. Components matrix. component matrix. And in it, we said that the variable should have a correlation of 0.3 and above. Is that not it? With the factor before it can measure it. Is that not it?
Yes.
Now, have we seen here? They have written what? Components.
Components.
One. What component are we talking about?
The factor.
So it's the same as the factor. So what is the name? You can place it here. What is the name? You can edit and place it here. What is the name of the factor? Supplier
Supplier integration.
integration. Okay. That's all. So we are saying that for any factor to be seen as a valid factor, it must have a correlation of 0.3 and above with this supplier what? Integration. So let's pick the first one. It says what? My own is, we synchronize business activities with those of key suppliers. Is that not it? Its relationship is what?
Manual point 130 is less than 0.3.
So is it a valid question?
Not.
Not. So not valid. So not valid. Let's make it what color? Not valid. Let's make it red.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a sign of red.
So here, when you are doing, you ignore the number of the sign. Whether it's positive or negative is not important. It should be 0.3 and what? Above.
Okay, that's all that matters.
So look at this one. We constantly explore new working relationship with suppliers. Is it good factor?
Yes.
So it's a good factor. So we take it green. Let's go. We pursue supplier relationship and involvement that go beyond transactions. Is that not it?
Yeah.
What do we do?
So
Okay. It's also okay. Is that not it? The next one. And so they are all what? Okay. Now we go to check the number of factors. We say the minimum number of factors should be what?
for number of factors to go.
Number of variables in the factor.
4.
So 4. Let's count the number of variables here.
1. There are more than 4 already.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many items are forming supplier integration now?
7.
7 items.
So 1 is
Okay.
out.
One is out, the first one. So in this case, we say that with the exception of the item label, we synchronize business activities with those of key suppliers. All the remaining items are valid items measuring supplier integration. David? And this is a typical confirmatory factor analysis.
No, I thought that one, all these are exploratory.
Exploratory you do, but the approach is quite different. That one you don't specify the fixed number of factors.
Okay.
You base on the eigenvalues. So it's the eigenvalues that also the same interpretation, but it's the eigenvalue that will group them with factor 1, factor 2, factor 3. Then you label, then you name the factors. Okay. So as usual, I always make you practice with another. So do the explanatory factor analysis, sorry, confirmatory factor analysis for customer integration. And let me see. Customer integration. Do it on your own and do the interpretation for me. If these are already there, you can go to reset, okay? You can reset or you can deselect these ones and just, I don't want to show you the shortcuts. So go to reset and do it afresh, okay?
After that, you should be
After that, then we teach you the shortcut. Yes, I'm moving. Okay, so
The shortcut to delete the list.
So, estimate for customer integration.
Yes.
Now, let me educate you on this one. Since this factor is not, hello? Since this factor did not validly measure that prostate, you exclude it in subsequent analysis. Okay? It is not good. If the question is not measuring what is intended, do you have to use it? You don't have to include it in subsequent analysis. Therefore, when you are going to compete for your reliability, you don't include it.
Okay.
If you also do data transformation, which I'll teach you, you don't also include it. If you use it for any other analysis, you don't have to also include it because it's not a valid thing. That is the implication now. If we so want to use this one to do the analysis that we want to. Have you not finished? I'm done with the second one.
You are done?
Yeah?
KMO 0.7 765
So let's evaluate it quickly. So the KMO, what did we get?
I had 0.764.
Okay. Is it acceptable?
Yes.
Okay. Then the next assumption is what?
But left it.
Is it identity matrix or not? Is it identity matrix or not identity matrix? It what? It is. Are you sure? I said that if the sig value is above 0.05, then it is identity matrix. If it is below that or equal to 0.5, look at the sig value, it's significant. So it's not what? It's not identity matrix. Okay, so those two assumptions are wrong. Then we go to the total variance explained. Percentage of variance explained, what did you get?
0.264.
So what do you conclude?
Conclude that there is no threat of common method bias.
Okay, there's no threat of what? Common method bias. Then somebody can ask you, so what did you do to achieve this good results?
As we explained.
Very good. So you go to the ex-ante principles and you tell them those things that you did. That's all. Okay. So now evaluate the validity results.
Component methods. The second item.
So for the principles, I think I was out. I don't know if you highlighted this, the one that if the questions are all positive, then you vary it.
Yeah, I gave them that they have to negate some of the items.
Some of the stuff.
But when you negate them, I forgot to remind you, you have to reverse code it. After you have collected the data with it, you have to do what called reverse coding.
Okay, because of the negative.
Yeah, because if it is negative, if somebody take positive 5, it's like 1 at the negative.
So the reverse code, you are going to write in the positive form.
No, don't worry, we have something to do. I'll teach you reverse coding, it's very simple thing. So if you negate any of the items, make sure that you reverse code it. But I'll teach you all those things. Okay, so we see that item that read, we jointly develop and maintain measurement system with major customers, and the item we exchange support services with our major customers, for instance. They all have less than what? 0.3. So they are not validly measuring the construct. How many indicators are measuring the construct? Now count them.
Boss.
I'm trying to we record that's what.
We are.
Okay. No.
6.
So 6. Is it up to the minimum of 4? Is it up to the minimum of 4 actors?
About 4. So it's okay.
So the construct is what? Okay. So that is it. That's all. If you have any question asked other than that, we call it a day. And tomorrow we continue with exploratory. Or I should let us do the exploratory. Okay. So the questionnaire is with you. Go and demonstrate mastery over the remaining ones and let's see. Okay?
Yeah, so
Are we
pay
sure
attention to the shortcut. The shortcut is that maybe you want to continue with the other constructs. You don't need to reset it again. Yeah, you just need to offload the indicators of that particular construct. Then you bring in the new one. Then you click OK. Then it will run the analysis for you. Do you get it? No. So let's say you want to progress to another thing such as maybe information integration or something. You don't need to reset it again. So you go through all those.
Well, we still have these ones here.
Yeah, so just offload them from the variable column. Select all of them. But no, use the shift key. Then the arrow key. Then take them off. So let's say you want to do for supply integration. Then off. Then
Maybe this one.
so load them